Version 3.2 is the Honkai Star Rail anniversary, and the rewards this time are absolutely insane, easily the most generous we've ever seen. And no, I'm not exaggerating. We're talking about free pulls, discounts, a free character, maybe even more than one, depending on how long you've been playing, a reworked 50-50 system that could change everything, and even a way to get 5-star characters without relying entirely on gacha. There's so much to cover, so let's get into it. If you want to save up to 23% on the current banners, visit lootbar.gg. Here, I can buy 3,280 Oneiric Shards for $40, while it costs $50 in-game. I just enter my UID and select a server. Since every top-up goes through the in-game channel, I received double the Oneiric Shards for my first purchase and saved $10. Besides Honkai, you can also top up in Genshin, and Lootbar has around 20,000 5-star reviews for both games. I've also used Lootbar for dozens of welkins and supply passes in my giveaways, so I can personally recommend it. New users can get an extra 8% discount from the link in the description. Before we jump in, there's something important to clarify. These rewards are based on leaks, not official announcements. That means while we have a lot of details from trusted sources, and the information lines up with what we've seen in past Hoyoverse anniversary events, especially in Honkai Impact 3rd, things could still change, be tweaked, or even come with unexpected restrictions. So while we should stay cautious, there's a good chance that most of these rewards will end up being accurate. Alright, let's dive deeper into this because the sheer amount of free stuff coming in version 3.2 is actually crazy. Just for logging in and doing literally nothing else, you're getting 20 free pulls from the anniversary login event. But on top of that, Hoyoverse is just handing out 1,600 Stellar Jades directly through in-game mail. That's another 10 pulls, completely free. If you've been saving up, these rewards might be exactly what you need to secure Castoris without spending anything extra. If you were planning to top up your account, this anniversary is the best time to do it, because there will be a special discount on Oneiric Shards. This means you'll be able to get more for less, just like on Lootbar. However, the exact discount hasn't been revealed yet, so we don't know whether it will be a small percentage off or something more significant. It's worth keeping an eye on this, especially if you're someone who occasionally spends. On top of that, there's something interesting happening for players who spend money. Hoyoverse is introducing a special currency that you'll get when you make top-ups, and this can be exchanged for something extra, whether that's additional pulls, exclusive bundles, maybe even skins. We don't have the exact details, but this kind of event has already happened in Honkai Impact 3rd, so it's pretty likely we'll see something similar here. And of course, there will be some smaller gifts scattered throughout the anniversary period, along with a free Honkai Star Rail art book giveaway for players who want some high-quality game artwork. But those are just the freebies. The real game changer here is the reworked 50-50 system, and this is huge. If you've ever lost a 50-50 to a random standard 5-star, you know how frustrating it can be. Sometimes it's fine. Will you get Bronya or Clara? Great. But other times, you get your third welt when you really wanted someone else. Well, in version 3.2, that's going to change. The new 50-50 system will let players customize their fallback options. Instead of automatically getting a random standard 5-star when you lose the 50-50, you'll be able to choose which characters are in that fallback pool. And here's where it gets really interesting. Some limited 5-stars will be added as options. So instead of only having Bronya, Clara, or Welt as possible losses, you might be able to swap them out for older limited characters like Blade, Jing Yuan, Luocha, or Silverwolf. That means every time you lose a 50-50, it won't feel as bad because you'll have some control over what you get. Now, of course, there are some limitations. This only applies to character banners, so the standard and light cone banners will stay the same. And while limited characters will be included, they will likely be older ones, not the most recent or upcoming ones, since that would completely change the value of rerun banners. And once a character is added to 50-50 fallback pool, they're there permanently, so no reruns for them, unless Hoyoverse changes the system later on. To be clear, This does not mean that limited characters are joining the standard banner. It just means that when you lose a 50-50, you'll have more control over who you get. But that's not the only big change coming to the gacha system. There's also a new 5-star exchange shop, which might finally give players a way to obtain 5-star characters without relying entirely on luck. According to leaks from Sakura Haven, this shop will actually be split into 2 sections, one for characters and one for light cones. Here's how the character shop works. You'll get a special exchange item from pulling duplicate 5-star characters, possibly from story progression and battle pass rewards as well. The exchange rate will be 2-to-1, meaning if you have 2 extra copies of a 5-star, you can trade them for another 5-star character of your choice, at least from the ones available in the shop. Some of these exchange items might also be given out through story quests, but we don't have full confirmation yet. For light cones, the system is a bit different. Instead of using duplicate pulls, it looks like you'll be able to get exchange items through the Battle Pass and other sources. However, the rate here is much higher. It takes 4 exchange items to get a single 5-star light cone. Now, before you get too excited, there will likely be heavy restrictions. Not every 5-star will be available in the shop, and it might rotate like the War Treasury in Honkai Impact 3rd, meaning only a few characters are up for grabs at a time. And because Hoyoverse obviously doesn't want to make pulling on banners feel unnecessary, these exchange items will probably be rare or take a long time to collect, but still this is a massive shift in how 5-stars are obtained, especially for players who are unlucky with their pulls or just want an extra layer of security when building their roster. And one last cool addition, new Gacha Animations are coming. If you've ever played Wuwa, you might have seen the more cinematic pull animations there. Well, Honkai Star Rail is finally getting its own unique versions of those. We already have confirmation that Castoris's animation is ready, and it seems likely that Anaxa's will be too, but we don't have official confirmation on that yet. Either way, this will add a lot of extra flair to summoning, making it feel more personalized and immersive. Oh, by the way, if you're wondering, you can get around 110 free pulls in version 3.2. So yeah, 3.2 is shaping up to be the biggest and most generous update yet. Free pulls. A reworked 50-50 system. A shop that lets you exchange duplicate 5-stars, discounts, spending bonuses, and even new animations for summoning. It's honestly crazy how much is packed into this anniversary. The big question now is how the 5-star shop will work in practice, and which characters will actually be available in the new 50-50 system. What do you guys think about these changes? Do you like the idea of being able to control your 50-50 losses? And which characters would you want to see in the exchange shop? Let me know in the comments. Save up to 23% on the current banners at lootbar.gg. All you need is your UID and server. The link is in the description.